Now let me explain why this is called the softmax. Okay, so it is basically doing kind of max operation. Okay, so given these input vector of 3.2, 5.1, and negative 1.3, what is the maximum value? So maximum value is this guy. Okay, 5.1. But if you guys know something called the argmax, and then argmax is the kind of an index that has the maximum value. So if it is the first item, and then the second item and the third item, which means that the first item or class is cat, and the second class is car, and the third class is frog, right? So in this case, because the model gave the maximum score at this car class, right? And then we can pick up this value of 2, which is the array index that has the maximum value. Okay, so argmax of this vector will be 2. Okay, and if this was maybe positive 7, which is now our maximum value, and then argmax of these three numbers are, or this vector that has the 3 elements, I mean the argmax value will be 3. Okay, so this is the argmax function. But in the case of an argmax that is represented as this integer, I mean index, which is an integer type, there is another kind of representation which is still like a 3-dimensional vector, but representing it as a one-up vector. So instead of just representing the output of an argmax as 1, 2, or 3, which is our integer kind of an index, we represent these integer index as a one-hot vector, not the scalar, I mean integer kind of value. So if this was a max value, and then it will be 0, 1, 0. Okay, and if this was a max value and 0 and 0 and 1, right? So this this output is a vector that has the same length as the original input, and for the maximum entry and its corresponding position or index, the value will be 1, which indicates that this position had the maximum value. Okay, and all the other elements will be 0. Okay, which means that they are not a maximum value. Okay, so this kind of vector is called the one-hot vector, right? Okay, so we can view this process of creating this one-hot vector as the argmax kind of functionality, right?